Did you know that some classical reports mention there was a single night when thousands of idols, worshipped for centuries, suddenly crashed to the ground? Not just in Arabia, but across the world. On that same night, the crowns of tyrant kings toppled off their heads. The earth shook beneath their palaces. A wave of panic swept through the unseen world. And the armies of the jinn started running. They were colliding into one another, fleeing in terror. They rushed to their leader, Iblis, the cursed one. They screamed, "Something has happened. Is it the day of judgment? Has the fire started?" Iblis sensed the shift in the air. He commanded them, "Go, search the east and the west. Find out what new thing has entered the world tonight." They searched the globe until they reached the city of Medina. And there, they found it. It wasn't an army. It wasn't a meteor. It was a verse the Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, sallam called the greatest verse in the Book of Allah. But why? Why did the devils flee in confusion? Why would Iblis feel fear on a night when he has frightened the world for centuries? What could possibly be inside one single ayah that makes the unseen world react like this? What is so heavy in its meaning that it becomes a fortress around the believer? And why do scholars say it is not just beautiful, not just powerful, but structured? Why do some describe it like a mirror, a perfect symmetry that locks the mind? And here's the question nobody asks. If this is truly the greatest verse in the Quran, why do most people recite it like a routine without realizing what they just unlocked? Tonight, I'm not giving you answers. Not yet. Because this story is not about a verse you hang on your wall. It's about the verse that made the unseen world panic. It's about the verse that builds a fortress while you sleep. It's about the verse with a symmetry so precise, it doesn't feel human. This is the story of Ayatul Kursi, and you've never heard it like this before. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel. Our team puts real research into every topic before we publish. For 1400 years, people recited Ayatul Kursi like it was just a list of attributes. Powerful, yes, but still a paragraph. Until you do something simple. You don't just recite it, you lay it out. Break it into its major statements, and something changes. It stops feeling like text. It starts feeling like architecture. Because arranged this way, it reads like 9 lines. And the lines begin to mirror each other. The first line speaks. The last line answers. The second rises. The 8th reflects. The 3rd declares. The 7th completes. The 4th challenges. The 6th humbles. And everything folds inward until it points to one sentence in the center. Now, let's look into the first part of the mirror. First sentence. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum, meaning, Allah, none has the right to be worshipped except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer. And the last sentence, Wa huwal aliyul azim, meaning, and He is the Most High, the greatest. It opens with 2 names, and it closes with 2 names, life and sustaining at the start, height and greatness at the end, like a perfect frame sealing the meaning. Then, the second sentence, La ta'khudhuhu sinatu wa la naum, meaning neither drowsiness nor sleep overtakes him. And the second last sentence, Wa la ya'uduhu hifdhuhuma, meaning, and preserving them does not tire him. Do you see it? The first denies sleep, the second denies exhaustion. No drowsiness, no sleep, and no strain, no fatigue. Perfect mirror. Then, the third sentence, Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard, meaning, to Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. And the third last sentence, Wasi'a kursiyuhu samawati wal ard, meaning, His kursi extends over the heavens and the earth. First, ownership. Everything belongs to him. Then, dominion. Everything is within his authority. Not only it is his, but it is encompassed by his rule. Then, the fourth sentence. Man dalladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhnih, meaning, who can intercede with him except by his permission? And the sixth sentence, وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ, meaning, they grasp nothing of his knowledge except what he wills. One locks intercession behind permission, the other locks knowledge behind his will. No one speaks without allowance, and no one knows without allowance. Perfect mirror. And what's left is the center. يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُمْ, meaning he knows what is before them and what is behind them. What did you just hear? Right in the middle of Ayatul Kursi, the center line says, before them and behind them. The mirror itself is speaking, before and after, ahead and behind. Isn't that unbelievable? It's like the heart of the verse is telling you Allah's knowledge surrounds them from both directions, front and back, future and past, seen and unseen. And that is why this isn't just a sentence, it's the axis of the fortress. Now let's talk about scale. Because Ayatul Kursi does something that most people never notice. It doesn't only protect you, it changes the size of your fear. The verse says, his Kursi extends over the heavens and the earth. And many scholars clarify, the Kursi is not the same as the Arsh. So how big is the Kursi? The Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, gave an analogy that breaks the mind. He said the 7 heavens compared to the Kursi are like a ring thrown into a vast desert. Pause and visualize that. A small ring from your finger, thrown into the Sahara. You would never find it again. The desert swallows it. It disappears. That ring is what you call everything. The galaxies you will never reach. The stars you will never count. The sky you think is endless. All of it compared to the Kursi is a ring in a desert. And then the Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, continued, and the Kursi, compared to the Arsh, is like that same ring thrown into that same desert. Allahu Akbar. So where are your problems now? Your enemy, your debt, your anxiety, your future, smaller than dust on a ring lost in a desert. That is what Ayatul Kursi does. It does not only give you protection, it humiliates your fear. Now we return to the night that exposed the devil. Abu Huraira guarding the charity food. A thief comes. He grabs, he runs. First night, caught. Second night, caught. Third night, caught. And on the third night, the thief's voice changes. It stops sounding confident. It sounds desperate. He says, let me go and I will teach you something. If you say it when you go to bed, Allah will appoint a guardian over you and no devil can come near you until morning. Abu Huraira asks, what is it? He says, Ayatul Kursi. And when Abu Huraira tells the Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, the Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, confirms the shocking truth. That thief was Shaytan. Think about what just happened. The enemy admitted defeat. He gave you the weapon because he had no choice. Because Ayatul Kursi is a wall he cannot climb, a door he cannot pick, a fortress he cannot breach, and it doesn't stop at bedtime. Some reports mention it as protection that stretches across your day, morning to evening, evening to morning. Meaning, Ayatul Kursi is not only a night shield, it is a life shield. Now the final shock, the promise that feels too big to be real. The Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, gave a guarantee. Whoever recites Ayatul Kursi after every obligatory prayer, nothing stands between him and entering paradise except death. Read that again. It means you can seal your day 5 times. And every time you finish it, it is as if a stamp is placed on your record. So now you understand why the unseen world panicked. Because this verse is not decoration. It is a key. It is a shield. It is a fortress made of meanings. So tonight, when the house goes dark, don't recite it like a routine. Recite it like someone building walls. Remember the mirrors. Remember the names. Remember the ring in the desert. And then sleep, because the one you just called upon does not sleep.